So when I was a kid, I really loved Peanuts, like a lot. Some people were Garfield kids. I was a Charlie Brown kid. I loved how Charles Schulz sort of just got things about childhood that most grown-ups forget. And he also knew that a lot of times kids are just like weird neurotic adults trapped in little bodies. There were just a lot of things that he intuitively got. And I was an anxious kid, and it just worked for me. And my mom had these books. Maybe some of you remember these. They were these books of little one-page, one-frame comics, like Happiness Is, Love Is, Security Is. And it just had these little kind of warm, happy thoughts about things that make us feel good. Like happiness is a warm puppy, love is walking hand in hand, happiness is an afternoon nap. Ain't that the truth? But my mom had this one, Security is a Thumb in a Blanket. And just seeing this picture gives me goosebumps because I spent hours with this book. I just found it very comforting. And there was one page in particular that resonated with me on a deeply spiritual level. It was the first time in my life that I remember feeling like somebody knows who I am, somebody gets me. It was this one-page sheet, and I've looked for it so that I can show it to you, but it's not anywhere to be found because it's been removed from all printings after the 1980s. So this thing that resonated with me, specifically on a deeply spiritual level, was removed from books because of how controversial it became. Okay, fine. God, I'll tell you about the page. It was a one sheet. It was Charlie Brown, I think, maybe Linus holding a toothbrush. Again, it's been a long time. And again, this page has been banned from this dimension. It's been Mandela affected out of existence. But my best recollection is one of them holding a toothbrush, and it says, "Security is leaving the water running while you brush your teeth." What? I had just never read anything that was so inherently soothing and comforting to me. The idea of having the water on while I brushed my teeth, I had already intuitively been doing it. It had been unarticulated in my brain, but there I was reading it on the page, and it just felt like the truest thing ever, and I took such comfort in it. I would read that page over and over. A little neurodivergent now that I think about it, looking back. But as we know, this was the 80s, and the idea of leaving the water on while you did anything was quickly going out of style, along with the idea of smoking inside the house or riding places without seatbelts. There were just some things that we did away with that weren't doing anybody any good. And nowadays, leaving the water on while you brush your teeth is the height of privilege and greed, and it's just not a good look. But here's the thing. I still want to do it. I've never stopped needing that comfort of having the water running while I brush my teeth. So every time I brush my teeth, I have to make that moral judgment as if it's the first time each time. Sometimes I just turn the water on just for a minute just to get a little hit of that soothing feeling of knowing there's water running while I'm brushing my teeth. Thanks a lot, Charles Schulz. To be clear, conserve water. Don't leave your water on while you're brushing your teeth. But also, it's so great. Has anyone else ever had anything like this? Is this just a me thing? Something that it's not inherently bad to want, but you can't have it anyway because reasons? Life is pain, princess. Anyone who tells you differently is selling something.